Thinking about visiting Nafplio from Athens? This is one of the most beautiful and easiest day trips you can do. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to do a day trip to Nafplio from Athens, whether you go on your own or join a guided tour, so you can choose what works best for your trip. And if we haven't met, I'm Chrisoula, a local here in Greece, and I help travelers plan smarter trips around the country. The first option is to visit Nafplio on your own, and this is what I would recommend if you want more flexibility. The easiest way to do this is by taking the CTEL bus from Athens. Buses leave from the Kifissos bus station and the journey takes around 2 to 2.5 hours. A return ticket currently costs around €29 per person, which makes this one of the most budget-friendly day trips you can do from Athens. I'll leave a link in the description below to the official website where you can check schedules and book your tickets. Now, getting to the bus station is probably the only part you need to plan a bit. The easiest way is to take a taxi, especially if you're staying in the center. There is also a public bus, bus 051, which leaves from near Metaxourgio metro station and goes to Kifissos. But overall, a taxi is usually the most convenient option. Also, just to give you a bit of context, Nafplio is actually a very popular day trip and weekend destination for locals from Athens. Most people drive there, but I wouldn't recommend renting a car just for a day trip. It only really makes sense if you're planning a longer road trip around the Peloponnese. Once you arrive in Nafplio, the bus drops you very close to the center, so from there everything is within walking distance. And that's what makes this trip so easy to do it on your own. Start with the Old Town. Nafplio has this beautiful mix of Venetian, neoclassical and Ottoman architecture with colorful buildings, small squares and lots of cafes. Take your time walking through the street. This is really a place to slow down and enjoy the atmosphere. You will naturally end up in Syntagma Square, which is the main square of the town. This area is surrounded by historic buildings, cafes, and it's also where you'll find the archaeological museum. It's also worth knowing that Nafplio used to be the first capital of modern Greece before Athens, which adds a lot of historical importance to the town. From there, head towards the waterfront. This is one of the nicest parts of Nafplio. You can walk along the sea and enjoy the views of Burzi Castle, right in the middle of the water. And if you want, you can even take a small boat to visit it. Another great spot for views is Nafplio. It's much more easier to get there than the Palamidi fortress, and from there you get beautiful views over the town and the coastline. If you're up for something more active, you can also climb up to Palamidi fortress. It's about 900 steps, but the view from the top is absolutely worth it. And if you want something more relaxed, you can walk to Arvanitia beach, which is very close to the town. It's perfect for a quick swim, especially during the warmer months. And finally, don't forget to sit down for a proper meal. Nafplio has some really nice restaurants and tavernas, especially along the waterfront. It's a perfect place to slow down, enjoy the food, and take in the atmosphere before getting back to Athens. The second option is to join a guided day trip, and this is a great choice if you want to see more than just Nafplio in one day. You will start your day from a central meeting point in Athens, usually in Metaxourgio metro stop, which is very easy to access by metro. From there, you travel by comfortable bus with a guide, often an archaeologist, who shares stories and context along the way. Your first stop is Mycenae, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the most important civilizations of the Bronze Age. When you arrive, the scale of the site is really impressive. You'll walk through the famous Lion Gate, explore the ancient ruins, and visit the tomb of Agamemnon. You'll usually have a bit more than 1.5 hours here, and there is also an audio guide to help you understand the site better. After that, you continue to Nafplio. Here you will have around 2 hours of free time, which is perfect to enjoy lunch and walk around the town at your own pace. It's a nice break after Mycenae. You can explore the old town, see the main highlights, and enjoy the atmosphere by the sea. And then the final stop is Epidaurus, also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Most people know it for the ancient theatre and its incredible acoustics, but the site is actually dedicated to Asclepios, the god of healing. It used to be one of the most important healing centers in ancient Greece. You will have a bit less time here than in Mycenae, but it's more than enough to experience both the theatre and the rest of the archaeological site. Overall, this option is more structured, but it allows you to experience 3 very different places in one day: history, culture, and a beautiful seaside town. I'll leave a link with my recommended tour in the description below so you can check it out. Now, before we wrap up, here is a quick way to decide which option is right for you. If you like flexibility and want to explore at your own pace, then going on your own by bus is the best option. It's the most budget-friendly, and you will have more time in Nafplio to really enjoy the town. If you prefer something easier and more structured, then the guided tour is a really great choice. Everything is organized for you: transport, timing, logistics. And you also get to visit Mycenae and Epidaurus on the same day, which adds a lot more depth to the experience. Overall, Nafplio is one of those places that feels completely different from Athens. More relaxed, more romantic, and honestly, just a really beautiful escape for the day. I'll leave links in the description below for both the bus tickets and the tour I recommend, so you can choose what works best for your trip. And if you're planning your trip to Greece and want more practical tips like this, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!